Alright, here's my favorite way to really farm Ostron standing. I think it's the fastest way. Some people say murkray, farming murkray is the best way. I disagree a little bit, though there are advantages and disadvantages to both. But basically, you need to come over to this guy and buy this and this. The pheromone is actually much cheaper than murkray bait and dye combined, so it's a little better. You're going to want to tranquilize them and perfect capture them. You can buy a trank rifle from Fortuna from the business, or you could bring Equinox. Well, you need a trank rifle, but you could bring Equinox or Avara, put them to sleep, and that's a perfect capture in and of itself. So we can get into that. Make sure you're on solo for this so you don't disturb any of your clan mates, or make sure you have an organized clan together for actually farming this stuff. So you're going to want to open up Tranquilizer, and if you don't see this hold to swap, if you don't have these key bindings, go watch my other video. I'll link it above and below. So there are a bunch of places, things around here to tranquilize, so make sure you just select this, have this open. I pressed K there. Make sure it's the Kawaka one, not the Kondrak Morgu, or Vaska Kavat. Make sure it's the Kawaka one, and now you can go back to the map. I'm going to go here because it's personally one of my favorite spots. You can right-click on the map there. It makes it a whole lot easier to get to. So, advantages and disadvantages. Advantages, you get more stand-in quickly. Disadvantages, you have to deal with enemies, and if those enemies are above your level, or if the enemies are overly difficult or overly annoying, as they are for me many times, it actually makes it a longer process. So you have to weigh the cost and benefit. This is more of a advanced guide. People who really know how to deal with Plains of Eidolon enemies at, high level enemies there. So if you're just barely mastery rank 6, you don't really know what you're doing, then this is probably not the best guide for you. So that's the thing about Kawaka and pretty much any other animal on the Plains of Eidolon. They will not come if there's enemies around. For some reason today the enemies are plentiful, and it's absolutely terribly annoying. Everybody good? Good. What? I never even knew it. Okay. Without further ado, let's get going into hunting them. So, as I mentioned, this pheromone helps quite a bit. I deploy it after I do that initial call right here. And then I go slightly downwind, and I always keep this right here. And then I open up the tranquilizer because it helps me see them, though I don't use the tranquilizer, though you can. It's not overly difficult. I see him. So I just go ahead and freeze them, and perfect captures, which these may be, which they are, they'll get you 3,600 standing. 3,600 standing, plus they get you those little Ghost Kawaka tags, and you can get those little floofs from him, which are pretty cool. Decorate your orbiter a little bit. So yeah, basically that's it. You want to go find the Kawakas, use the pheromone. It's not guaranteed, but in my experience, it's about 2/3 of the time you will get Ghost Kawakas to spawn in. And then you can use the tranquilizer as well, just be good at shooting. And I think it has a pretty good range as well. And once you get that, it's basically coasting from there. It was a little difficult today because there were a bunch of enemies and I couldn't really get them, but that's basically the idea, and I've maxed my standing in, easily 20 minutes. This is just an oddity today. But I hope that helps. Until next time, thanks for watching.